So my first business as the HappyNes, I started empowering young women and young entrepreneurs and the women generally. So I started really focusing on the young people and the women, and I was mostly providing them what I also needed as a help. My business has been really focusing on providing that guidance to women and youth particularly. And the reason I decided to focus on women and youth is because we don't really see it, but those people are somehow underprivileged, you know, especially in business. Have you gone in job interview, or maybe in a deal, or maybe you want this market, you want to supply this market? You find people with years of experience, but not just years of experience. They know how the game is being played. They know the people. They have favors and so on. And when you find yourself there, you realize you might be equitable for the work because you have the skills, you have the money, you might even have the money, you might even have a good team, but then there are other really things played in the game you don't know about. And when they happen, as a woman or as a young person who might be naive or who might not know really how the game is being played, you lose before you even start. You lose before you even really get anywhere. And especially that in business, a lot of time you can find, with these tricks, games, which is being played, people with their, really so many manipulation which can happen along the way. Really, so many things happen, and that's why sometimes people need some lawyers. People need like legal advisors. People need so many of those things because sometimes you don't know what is your right, and you don't know where your right starts and where your right ends, and where someone else's right and the right in business might be different from the right as a person. There are really so many things. And that's why I started really focusing on helping women, and so focus on helping youth. So with the HappyNes, as I found a way, as I learned, it was the same way I was sharing, and I was also, since I was also having a company, like a platform, I would also call other people to share their experiences, have a speaker if you have a workshop, acquiring people to be mentors. I started hosting events, workshop educational events where we learn about entrepreneurship, we learn to do business model canvas, to do business plan, generally to do financial planning, those kind of things, to network, to pitch, how to build networks. Those were things that I was learning, but that I was also sharing at the same time. And then as we go, the numbers has increased. The number of women and youth I was really supporting has increased. That today, only in my own database, only the contacts I have, the direct contacts I have, those people are over 2,000, without considering even others on social media. And those people usually interact with my content, including my videos, my posts, my motivational talks, my tips. I really have many formal and informal ways of sharing, pushing you and pushing myself and pushing each other so that we do it better. And I also started hosting an event, and the event was it's a market. The event is like an exhibition, it's like an expo, if that's what you're used to, or maybe like a craft market, or farmers market or something. So it's really more like a market. It's called Sunday market. It happens usually the last Sunday of the month. But this year we haven't had Sunday market because of the COVID. But usually we would have 10 markets in a year. The market has been really happening for almost 3 years, something like that. And we have been collaborating with different hotels, local hotels. We collaborated with Umurano Hotel, Marasa. Umurano Hotel Marasa, which seem to be closed these days. We collaborated with Onomo Hotel. We collaborated with other restaurant you know, some kind of different restaurant, like this kind of really nice restaurant with enough garden where we can exhibit. We collaborated with the Impact Hub. That's where our first event has happened. And yeah, we actually striving with that. Now we are shifting the market from monthly market to seasonal market. And actually this has been like a big success for me. This market has been a big success for me because there I have been able then to evaluate the impact I have had on young women and youth. And there some people really like rise what you are seeing them, and you really see that the big shift happening. Then you know that you're contributing something big on that journey, and it's been really exciting for me. And with that being said, we started really finding a way to get some of the product of crafts, or especially that so many vendors has been like crafts. So we started really accessing some other international market. So we have been like shipping product, like for a period of time. We was recently starting like last year, and then this year, of course, we have a struggle of COVID, and the partners has also changed, so we kind of had to restructure the way, but we're getting there, you know, and it's very exciting. We have the leather bag, and actually talking about shipping, you know, like exporting the product, we mostly ship or export the craft made, you know, like the handcraft product, maybe handmade product. And now we have decided to be also to go very specific. We make very nice leather bag, and the bags we are mostly doing, our collection currently is more like business professional type of bags, you know, like classic bag, or maybe like a backpack with which you can use at work and with which you can also travel with. So despite the leather bag, we also have, despite the bag for professionals, you know, bring to go at work, to travel with, we also made some other nice, beautiful, cool stuffs for women. So yeah, I can show you some of them. I have them. I brought some of I just have close by. So this is the leather bag. You can see this is a backpack. You know, you can wear it like a backpack, and at the same time, you can have it on shoulder. You know, like you can have it like a shoulder bag, and you can even, sorry, you can even carry it like this. Yeah, I hope you guys you see it. This is a very, very good bag. This is totally leather. You know, you can have this bag for years. You know, you can keep it for very, very long. Yeah, you can just see, we can just see how my laptop fits in. Let me show you. So this is my laptop. So you can have, it has a lot of pockets inside. There is pockets for like the laptop, there is pockets for like the tablet, there is pockets for other things that you guys you might need. We usually do it custom, so we can customize it the way you want. We can customize it the way you like. So this is our bag.
I hope you guys you can see inside. So this is the bag. You can see this is the pocket for the laptop. You can see that there are other pockets. Here we go. You can see these are some of the pockets. You can use them for your notebook, for cables, for anything. There are also like pen holders. You can see pocket for like money, you know, like coins, anything. Here there's another pocket for like a tablet. If you have like a tablet, you can get it fitting in here. So this is the bag inside.
It has different pockets. Outside you can have some, if you go with a cup of coffee, something you go with, or maybe like a bottle of water. It has all of those features, and really any laptop can fit in our bags. So with these bags, with these business type bags, we have like this backpack. We even have just classic bag. So we have something nice for women as well. Like this is like a waist bag, and usually with this waist bag, you can, when you're traveling, you can use it to kind of hold your passport. You just have it in your waist. It's very accessible. Everything is just really in front of you. if you are carrying so many things, it's going to be very easy. You see, for women, you can even really go on size. It's very beautiful. You can look very gorgeous with it. And then you can have your phones inside. You know, you can really have anything inside. You know, your phone, your makeups, your sunglasses. These are custom made, so you can tell us your style, then you can just do it. You know, it's very, very beautiful, right? You can wear these on like any clothes. That's one thing I like about it. And for a dress, oh my god, it's just gorgeous. So we have these waist bags. We really make different bags. We do the bags for just really casual reasons, you know, for men, for women. We do this type of bag, you know. What do you think? So all of these are like the crafts. These are more like crafts bags that we have been doing, and again, we do it all together with these young people and these women that have been like working with since I started the HappyNes. And this has been a good creation of jobs for them, and this has been also a good creation of jobs for me. And of course, we have our own challenges, like any other business. We have our own obstacles that we are handling every day. The same way that we have our target, you know, our target, our goals, you know, and we try also to use different resources which are able for us to really make this production continuous and consistent, and to make sure that wherever you are, you can access this bag anywhere in Rwanda, elsewhere, outside. And actually, my goal is actually to make this a brand, you know, like our type of brand, our type of African leather bag brand, which is really completely made in Rwanda, you know, completely materials, you know, not that things like, oh, I have made in Rwanda, I have made elsewhere. No, this is everything made in Rwanda. And this bag, it's sellable anywhere, especially on international market, because well, some people knows leather, you know, some people understand these types of products than the others. And for people who understand it, well, this is very, very good product. So these are some of the things we do in the HappyNes. So we have this Sunday market happening, except that this year it hasn't been really happening, so we are looking forward for the next year. We have the leather bags going on. This is what we've been putting together, trying to really to do the shipping, trying really to grow the market more, trying to have like an online store for it. For now, we are working actually with one local online e-commerce, or the online store, or like an e-commerce, and we're very excited to work with them. So I'm very really thankful to this platform, because it had allowed at least to see the possibility of like doing something digital in Rwanda, you know, because we both know that when it comes to the digital world, some places might be on another level than the others, and so when platforms like this, they are really starting, it's really great. That platform is none other than Catches. I think you have seen a lot of their maybe you've seen them on TV, maybe you've seen them on the social media. Catches has been really a great experience for me. It has been a great experience for me. It has been a great experience for us with my team. Actually, I want to actually tell you more about our journey using Catches. In our next money talk, you should expect Catches. You should expect to. I will be actually showing you my experience with the app, you know, with the mobile app, my experience with the online store, and my experience in delivering, in payment, in posting new products, everything. We can really see it together. And then if yourself you want to do the same, you want to sell on Catches, then you can do that. If I can share with you some of my success. And it's very important for me actually that I call it a success. For some people they might say whatever, but for me it's a big success because I made it, you know. So my success was that when I started business back in 2015, when I put together myself to start a business, start running business. Of course, in 2014, I was learning, putting things together, but I started really working with the HappyNes in 2015. And that is the first time I started like acquiring some organization, doing some mentorship with different organizations, with women, youth, and so on. So back then, I didn't have any single investment as cash. I didn't have that. So I started with zero money. If I say zero money, you guys, you see it, it was zero. Sometimes I tell people, and it's very funny, I tell people that my investment when I started business was my legs, because I could just walk for like 10 minutes, walk for 15 minutes, walk for 30 minutes, for even an hour or 2 hours, from one place to another, to get connected with the people, to get to learn, and to get to know where can I start, how can I start, anything I needed to access. So I really didn't have any money. I didn't bother to ask money at home, because I wasn't on the same page with them. They had their vision for me, I had my own, so there was no point for me to bring that on the table. And even if I could have had, so the kind of business I wanted to do, the kind of business I'm doing, I don't think they could have really contributed that much as money. Of course, they ended up contributing much in my journey. Really, they support me so much than you can imagine. I'm so grateful to them. But in the beginning, it was just me. I was on my own. It was just me in my head. So I started with zero money. But I get to the point where I made money. I started making some money, very small, quite small, but it was possible to also make that amount of money. And also, I was very disciplined at the same time to use the money that I make into running the business, like start having some cash to do things, and to do some inventories if it's for the bags, to keep the event running, to do those operations which has been going. So starting with zero money, I managed to make sales, because even if I didn't have cash as investment, I had other things which was investment and which was valuable, and people was willing to do the preparation, and people was willing to pay before I even start serving them. People was willing to pay before I give them a product. People was willing before because they could believe me, they could believe my story, they could believe what I was bringing on the table. So they also really participated. So my success story, the first success story, is having the client as my investor, having the client to pay for the product. My client has been my investor. They are very important for me. And so building that relationship and get to that point that a person is willing to pay before getting the service, and pay even if they realize that I'm not very equipped financially as having my own money, but they were still willing to pay. So that was a huge success for me. That was a big deal for me, and that has boosted my confidence. And that's why for me it's very important to share that with you. The second success I think I had, among many failures and many losses I faced recently, it's knowing how to keep investing. It was mostly like really knowing how to prioritize, how to manage the finances. So my business has grown, but I got to the point where even if you can invest in my business, I didn't know, I was afraid, I was scared, I was like, I understand people can trust me to bring me the cash, but then am I really going to make it? And it was really a matter of knowledge. It was a matter of having a good team on my side. It was a matter of having the experience of managing money and handling someone else's money. So with my second success, it's that today I'm equipped to handle someone else's money when the money comes in my business. So I acquire outside investors in my, let's say, in the HappyNes directory, with the bags, with the market, with sponsors, partners, all investors for other side projects that I have, which also have something to do with the HappyNes, because I also do other particular investment. So now I'm equipped. I can take any amount of money, and I can handle that amount of money in business like any other business. And being able to do that and being able to know you can do that, when it just started really the way I started, it was just really being consistent with my work, learning, pushing, being curious. So being equipped to be able to manage like any amount of money currently in any industry where my businesses are falling, it's really a huge success, because then I used to refuse money because I knew that I might fail, I might lose someone else's money, and I don't want to do that. So I took time, first of all, to learn, to get myself equipped, and I did. And now I can just really take any amount of money, run it in business, and really build a very successful business. So for me, those are really huge and serious success, because it's a learning, and I really learned that it's a journey. I'm really in that journey, and yes, I'm making every step as much as I can. So thank you so much for staying here with us. Next time I'll tell you my biggest failure, but I talk a lot about my biggest failure every time. But anyway, so I'm really open. If you have questions, if you have comments, if you have anything at all you would like us to share, please make a comment and let's talk about it. And please subscribe, comment, like, and share with your friends. I will see you soon. Swag.